student back here in the late 80s and early 90s, and I remember that slogan, "Return to Dominance," that you're wearing on your hat. Where'd you get that hat, and why are you wearing it today?
One of the guys that looks out for us, he just had a couple extras, and a couple of us on the D line were able to get one. So it's a nice hat. Oh yeah, it definitely means something to me. When I first got here, I know that Colorado is on the up, and this year we've proven that we're on the rise. So I feel like it fits with the rise as well.
Jordan, as defensive linemen, you guys have done a really good job, plugging up space, creating lanes for some of the linebackers and defensive ends to get after the quarterback. But when you got your sack at Stanford early in the game, how good did that kind of feel, and how much of a tone do you think that set?
Yeah, the play call that we ran, as a 3-tech, I had to pop contain, so it wasn't really like a to B rush. So it just felt good to just know that, those rushes, sometimes you're not going to get there, but there's going to be those times where it's just going to fall right in your lap, and that's what it did. The pressure flushed him out, and he had nowhere to go, and I was right there in position to make the play.
Up overall, you and Josh and Samson in that group, how well do you think you guys have bonded together, and how important is that chemistry for you guys as defensive linemen?
Yeah, as a defensive front, it's great to have good chemistry and a good bond between your brothers. You got to rely on that guy next to you to make the play if you're not there. And just over this offseason, we really connected well. This was our first season as all of us got together and played. So yeah, like in the offseason, we just continued to work every day, and we go out to eat probably like 3 or 4 times a week together, and we just have that connection that like not many D lines I say have. We talk not talk just football. We're talking about life and after football plans and just everyday things that just come into our lives, and we're pretty close.
Jordan, can you talk about just what kind of stamina it takes to play as many snaps as you do? Last year, I think you played almost 800, by far the most of the defensive linemen. This year, you're about 400 already. Again, most of the defensive linemen, and what it takes to play that many regularly in a game.
Yeah, I think being from California, and then coming to this altitude, it took me a while to adjust to the altitude. And once I did adjust to it, I felt like way better shape than I did playing at sea level. And just knowing that, like, if I get tired this year, I know I've played less snaps, I feel like. And I know that there's guys behind me that are ready to step in and make plays. So I have trust in those guys, and I'm not afraid to come out the field when I'm tired.
Can you talk just a little bit about what you've seen from UCLA's offense on film?
Yeah, studying them on film this week has been kind of everywhere, I'd say. They do a lot of different things, and at the beginning of the year, they were pretty balanced, and as the years progressed, they've kind of become more one-dimensional. But as far as like what I think they're going to do, I think they're going to come out the game early and try to establish the run like they did against Stanford. They came out in 13 personnel and tried to pound the ball at the start, and had a little bit of success. They tried the same thing against Utah. Didn't go so well. So I think they're going to try to establish the run early, and if we can fill our holes and let our secondary play how they play, I believe that we have the best secondary. So if we force them to pass, then I don't think they have a chance.
Jordan, you were here last year when you guys played UCLA in Pasadena. Obviously a frustrating loss. The year before that, CU lost in overtime. When UCLA week comes, do you think back at all to last year's game and how frustrating it was to lose that game, and how does that play this week?
Yeah, definitely. I think there was one play last year that kind of separated us from winning, and it all came down to our D-line. We didn't go the right way on a play, and they went out the gate to the touchdown. So we're more disciplined this year. And like you said, when I hear UCLA, being from Sacramento, they were kind of like shaky on recruiting me. And then that next year they recruited 2 other guys from my junior college. So it's a California team, so I'm coming after them for sure.
I have a question real quick. You ride a Segway around campus. Could you just talk about, like, why Segway? How did you get it? Is it to save your legs for the game? Just explain that to me.
You know, I feel like it's 2016 and technology is taking over. So I wanted to join that trend and basically start a trend here on campus. I feel like I'm the only guy here that rides it around campus, so it's pretty cool to get all these like Snapchat videos and people pulling out their phones left and right, even on the streets, people driving in their cars, driving, and it's pretty funny. But yeah, like the hoverboards was like a little small stint on campus, and I wanted to crank it up a notch and bring the Segway out here.
How did you get it? Wasn't it a family business?
Yeah, so my family business is called Jam On It AAU Basketball Academy, and we work a lot in convention centers. So traveling or like going from one side of the building to another side, it can get like hectic. So we have like 6 Segways on our team, and yeah, my uncle just like he drove her down to Sacramento, and then he dropped it off with my mom, and then at the USC game, my mom drove from Sacramento to USC, and then I put it on the equipment truck and saved me a couple dollars, you know.
Did you watch the Utah-Washington game on Saturday?
Yeah, I did. I watched the whole thing.
So what was it like to be, I guess, sitting at your home or at a friend's house with your feet up watching Utah lose, and then knowing, one, that you guys are atop the Pac-12 South standings, and now that you come out of your bye and you're focusing on UCLA, but you also see that the stretch run leads you exactly to where you want to go, and you guys control your own destiny.
Yeah, you're right. We do control our own destiny, and we just got to stick to that one-game mindset. And if we handle business this week, we're on to Arizona and to handle business then. So, yeah, after watching that game, you know, it was a physical game on both sides of the ball up front, and I just really feel like it really came down to the D-line and the O-line play of Washington, and their quarterback of Washington's pretty good. He's another Sacramento guy, so I was pulling for them to win because, you know, Utah's in our division. But, yeah, I can't wait to play this week and then move on to the next one.